All right, good morning, class. All right, today we're going in what we call bail-in, where your banks are insolvent and they bailed you in. Too bad, so sad. So they keep feeding you chocolate ice cream, and you know it's shit. See? Ooh, look at that. Ain't that pretty? That's what they feeding you. So here what we're going to say about that. All your banks are insolvent. Broke from AI investments. They all insolvent. They all done. They all over with. So I want you to read these. Get to go on YouTube. Watch these. The shadow crash is here. All right, that's your banks already went under. Already went under. So we're going to go over the word insolvency. That means your banks are broke. They broke without you. They all done. So what we have here is we're going to have what we call bank runs, where everybody going to run and get their shit. Like I say, this is all free. It's all free education. You give to the kids. Don't give to me. And I want you to read what I have circled. Bail in, bail in, bail in, bail in. They just bailing you into everything. So let me tell you how bail in is. Bail in means you give your money to the bank, they take it, and you never see it again if they feel like they need your money. If they go under, do bad business decisions, they're going to take your money and not give it to you and tell you can't have it. You bailed in. Bailed in. Bail out, bail in. Political profits. Trying to teach y'all people, you lost your money. Y'all lost your money. Back in 2011, your Democratic politicians signed a bill that says you are now bailed in. You can't get your money out. If you haven't paid your house off, the bank can come kick you out your house, take your house and resell it. Same thing with your automobile. If your auto ain't paid off, they come and take it and it's gone. It's theirs until you pay it off. It's all theirs. It's called bailout. Bailout. They all insolvent. All your banks are insolvent. As of January 1st, 2026, all your banks were insolvent. JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all of them. They were all in the hole. They gave all their money to these shadow banks they built up over the years. Like I say, this is all free stuff. Just got to go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia and read it. Right here, insolvent institutions. It tells you everything about it. Just tells you why bail-in ain't really good. They come and take your shit. That's all they did. They come and take your shit. So that's how that works. It's called bail-in. You put your money in the bank and it's theirs until they say you can have it back. And if they don't have the money to cover it, they can tell you you can't have it back. We'll give you, you ask for 100 and they'll give you a 5. And they'll say, we got to keep the other 95 because we have to stay afloat. So in all essence, you were bailed in. All the banks are broke. If everybody on the planet right now went and drew $20 out, everybody on the planet, just $20, all the banks would go under. They would all be insolvent Because right now they are actually, because they lent all their money to what they call shadow banks. There are a whole bunch of little banks they set up together that's not regulated by the Fed. So they fed these people money, they buddies, and they fed them all this money, and they invested into AI. AI takes 20 years to 25 years to get a return. So when you're lending money and it's pretty much 80% of it's AI, you're not getting any return. So your bank is faltering, it's going insolvent. And they had been borrowing against it till JP Morgan said, no, you can't borrow anymore. We cut your credit off. So now we have a whole bunch of banks like JP Morgan where they're trying to sell off their paper. They got silver on paper. They have gold on paper. It's about as worth as much as that piece of paper is. Nothing. So you've been bailed in. They shit all over you. Nobody cares. The government don't care. Your politicians don't care. The banks definitely don't care. They're going to make sure you in the hole, and they're going to take your shit here soon. Because now we have what we call a pattern. Us autistics, we see patterns. You don't see the 100-year pattern coming, which is 1929 equals 2029. Okay, that's 100 years. That's where we're going to have a crash that's going to make the 1929 crash look like it was all rosy. All rosy. Because what happens when the stock market went under 1929, the politicians come in and go, hey, you did it wrong. Let us teach you how to do it. Then they started the Securities and Exchange Commission to politically control it while using the Federal Reserve to bail them out in private. So that's what we have. We have the Federal Reserve gave out $33 billion on January 1st to cover the books for Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, Citi, and JP Morgan. So all of them were under. They were insolvent as of January 1st, and they took a $33 billion bailout or loan. That ain't a bailout, it's a loan that they had to pay back. So they had to dump all their shit off. They had to dump all their gold and silver. So they went into manipulating the market on gold and silver because they had to get rid of the paper. You can't. You lose your ass when you're forking it out and selling it for $122 an ounce. That's what it was in January, $122 an ounce. Silver right now is supposed to be around $300 an ounce, but because the banks were insolvent and they had all this paper, they had freaking warehouses full of paper silver and paper gold. Paper ain't nothing, so they had to get rid of it. So what you do is you manipulate this price down on gold and silver till it's down to $50, $60, and then you sell it all because you didn't want to lose your ass at 120. At 120, the banks would have went under. So JP Morgan with the Federal Reserve and the FEC blindly watching, they are manipulating gold and silver. They seem to have some issues with their servers. And they seem to have a lot. For as much money as you got, you really have some really crappy servers. So we're going to get to that in the next video. Because right now, this is video 24. And I'm going to go into the part here where the manipulation's coming from. That's going to be in video 25. So let's get this one over with. Get it up on YouTube. And we'll see you in number 25. All right, students. This is the short one. Easy cheesy. Your banks are broke. They can steal your money. And if everybody on the planet, or just everybody in the United States, drew a $20 bill out, all the banks would go under. So, thank you very much. We'll see you in video 24. This is the short one. You have a wonderful day. Bye.